Welcome back to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video we'll be analyzing crude oil, US oil, currently trading around 56.53 as you can see, preparing a structure outlook for the coming week. We'll walk through 15 minutes chart, 2 hours chart and daily chart, as well as we'll go more bit into a structure weekly, so we'll prepare you for the next week price action. See, this is a 15 minutes chart. As you can see, now the price is currently trading at a level of 56.53. So in the starting with the 15 minutes chart, crude is trading in a well-defined consolidated zone near current level. Okay, and if you look at this particular zone, this type of movement reflects balanced participation, often seen before stronger intraday activity. If you look at this particular trend, you will see clearly that the price, if keep moving above a level of around 56.61 on 15 minutes chart, we can see there is a probability of crossing 56.7, and from there it can move towards $57. Then a zone breakout we can see. So if the price keep moving above a level of $57, we can see there can be a rise. But if the price keep falling below a level of $56, there is a probability of further downfall, because there will be a zone breakout will happen. So probability of moving towards 55.3, and from there it can move towards $55. Okay, because this pattern will support a downside 55.3. Okay, so this is what we can see on a 15 minutes chart. Movement towards the upper zone provides short-term trading opportunities for confirmation. There is a probability that if it sustains above 57, then there is a probability of upside. Going on a 2 hours chart, you will see how the price has moved on the basis of 2 hours chart. See, on the basis of 2 hours chart, crude continue to show a stable and balanced structure. There is a continuous downfall we have seen. If you see that after the price has moved in this particular zone, we have seen it is continuously on the downside, making a sharp fall at around 55.84. The price has moved below that level, but it is trying to regain in this zone. Okay, so important level that you have to see here, which, see, this is the level where we can see both buyer and sellers are active. Okay, important level that you have see in this particular level, that if the price keep moving above $57, as I've already mentioned you that there is a zone. So if the price sustain above this level, probability of further upside can be seen, and it can move towards 57.72, and from there a level of 58.15. But if the price keep moving below this level, we can see it can move towards $55.5, and from there it can move towards 55.2. Okay, and then it can move below a level of 55. Then there will be a zone breakout. This pattern is showing a downside. See, this pattern has shown a downside. Now the smaller pattern will show a downside if the price keep moving below a level of 55, and this level will be after long years. I'll explain you in a day wise chart. See, as long as price reflect the value praised, the structure remain healthy, and price reflect the value base. Okay, the structure remain healthy and supportive of continuous scenario. This time frame works well for short swing position headed into weeks. Now coming on a daily chart, you will understand how the price is moving on the basis of daily chart. See, there is a bigger pattern has formed. If you look at this particular chart, we have seen the price is continuously on downside. This particular pattern is supporting her at this level. So I've told you that as soon as the price started going 58, we can see it can move below $55. See, the price has touched a level of $54.9, and from there it tries to bounce back, because see, there is a continuous fall. We have seen a profit booking has come at these levels. That is where it's trying to go upside, but overall trend is downside. Okay, looking at the daily chart, crude oil is currently in a phase of consolidation following earlier direction moves. Type of daily behavior usually represent market adjustment and positioning rather than trend exhaustion. Okay, on the daily perspective, as I have already mentioned you that if the price keep falling below a level of $55.9, which is a strong support, we can see a further fall if the price didn't sustain that level. Okay, and if the price falling below this level, probability of going towards 55.37 can be seen, and if the price falling below that particular level, a further downfall can be seen towards a level of $55, and if that didn't sustain, a further downfall can be seen. But if the price rising above this level, it can move towards $57, and if the price going above that particular level, chance of touching 58.2 is there. Okay, and if the price going above that particular level, a further upside can be seen towards 58.8, and from there a further high can be seen towards 60, and if the price moving over this level, a further upside can be seen. Okay, daily close the mid-range suggests steady interest and controlled volatility, as this what we can see looking at this particular chart. Okay, now coming on a weekly chart, that is what the video is for. So you will understand focus on the weekly chart, as we have seen the price is continuously downside. Okay, on the from the 2 weeks, if we see there is a continuous downfall, and if we see on a downside basis, we have seen that 55 is a strong level, okay, which is being tested once, twice, and this level is already being tested here twice. So now for the third time, there is a higher chances that we can see there can be a further fall. So let's focus on a weekly chart, which is most important for next week. On the weekly time frame, crude oil showing acceptance near a long-term value areas, which often attract institutional attention. Weekly structure highlight: price is trading within well-established value zone. Weekly candle shows stability, balance, not exhaustion. As long as crude continues to trade comfortably near a level of around 56.53 and a level of around $60, this is what we have seen. Okay, so if the price keeps falling below this level, we can see it can go further down towards $58.86. See, what you have to understand and look here is that if the price keep moving over level of 57.94, which is the week high, and if that sustain, we can see there can be a trend break if it started going above level of 60.5. Then there will be a zone breakout, so we can see it can move towards $61 to a level of 62.4, and if the price moving over this level, probably of going towards 64 can be seen, and then further upside. Best what you can do, you can trail your SL by $0.5, so at least you will capture a higher movement if the price goes above a level of 60. That is what best you can do. Okay, because if you see the trend, as soon as the price sustain of 57, we can see there can be a trend upside, and once started going above a level of 60, because $59.9 is a previous week's high. So if it breaks this level, this trend also breaks, and then we can see there will be a further upside. So trail your SL by 0.5. But suppose if the price started coming down, it can come down towards a level of $56, and if the price falling below that level, we can see it can move towards a level of $55.5. Okay, and if that didn't sustain, we can see the price will move below a level of $55, which is already tested. So we can see the price will move further low, and if the price falling below that particular level, chance of going towards $53.8 is there, and from 53.8 we can see a bounce back can be seen. But if the price didn't bounce back, we can see the price will go further down, and yes, after that it will fall towards a level of $51.5, and from there we can see it can move towards next zone of $49.2, so it can move below a level of 50. So you can trail your SL by 0.5, at least you will capture a downside movement full. Okay, now see, from market sentiment, from a sentiment perspective, crude oil continue to be influenced by supply planning, global demand expectation, and macroeconomic positioning. Okay, so watching inventory updates, global economic data, energy policy commentary, these that factors that you have to understand here. Okay, these factors keep crude oil active and opportunity rich, especially for short term and swing traders. So now on a summarized way, we can see that the price, if keep moving above level of $57, we can see on the 15-minute chart, we can see an upside, then a probability of going towards 59.9 to a level of 60. Okay, and but if it started going below a level of around $55.8, we can see a further fall. On a 2 hours chart, I've clearly mentioned you that if the price keep moving over 57, there can be a probability of upside, but if the price started for 56, a further fall. Okay, and a daily chart, I've already mentioned you that there is an upside can be seen, but on a weekly chart we have seen there is a continuous downfall. So on a weekly chart, if the price sustain of 60, we can see a further fall, but if the price keep moving below a level of $55.8, there is a probability of crossing a level of 55 also. Okay, and then a further downfall can be seen. Any doubt regarding this, you can mail me. I've given the mail ID is also in the description. So hope you like the video, and if you like the video, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe.